The one thing I have noticed is that the entire Northland seems to love this parade.
Christmas City, wonderful city.
A lot of people braved the cold wind chill tonight, George.
Christmas City, wonderful city. Come this
Welcome to the
Christmas
38th annual
City.
Christmas City of the North Parade. Brought to you in part by your area Buick dealers, Miller Hill Mall, Minnesota Power, your local Subway stores, your local Jeep Eagle dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Now, Michelle Lee and George Kessler.
Hello, everybody. Now, George, we were just talking before the parade that this is more than flurries. We actually had a cheering section across the street going, more than flurries.
Yeah, I know. Well, we said it was going to add up to a little bit. I'll tell you what, I never had any idea just how silly this hood looked. But you know what? I'm not going to take it off either. Look at that snow.
You're loving it, George. This is something you've been talking about for weeks, and
Yeah.
we finally got it.
Yeah, this is my element. I like snow. And, you know, there's a huge turnout because most years it's just cold. This time it's snowing, but it's warm. And we, you know, get a little bit of trade-off.
Absolutely. You know, it's really not that bad out here.
No, it's kind of comfortable. It's just snowing and swirling around.
And I'd like to just give people a reminder, you Wheel of Fortune fans, the Wheel of Fortune will be seen immediately following the parade at 8:30, right here on KBJR Channel 6. So again, those wheel fans out there, don't worry, you're going to be able to have your cake and eat it too tonight. We're going to have this wonderful parade that's inching toward us right now, and then after we'll have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, with everything all ready to go and in place, let's begin the 38th annual Christmas City of the North Parade.
And a tradition as old as the parade itself is leading off with the Duluth Police Department and their squad escorts. And there, we've got a nice view from the cherry picker. And this is a Christmas parade.
You know, frankly, I think they should have had the snowplow lead off tonight.
You know, I was wondering, I'm looking down there, and I'm trying to see if they have one that's been inserted into the parade. I see flashing lights, but of course people have those on a lot of the floats.
Duluth's finest, leading off on one of the finest parades I think that America will ever deliver, the Duluth Christmas City of the North Parade.
Yeah, because this is what being in a small town is like. And I know Duluth is a city, you have 80, 90,000 people, but it has a small town feel, and that's what makes it so nice.
And well, there's the opening banner following the squad, and now it's my great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce the 148th.
Well, first let's say hello to Amy Ward and Mary Stein, our KBJR banner carriers.
Oh, and they did so well, they came up all the way from the deck. All right, now the 148th. Joining the fighter wing is Major General Eugene Andriotti, the Adjutant General for the state of Minnesota, who joined the unit tonight in the liberation of the parade. Or rather, I should say celebration. There you go. The 148th is under command of Colonel Kenneth J. Stromquist, Jr. The unit employs approximately 350 full-time members and 700 traditional guardsmen from the area. The vision of the 148th Fighter Wing is to expect the best, and indeed, they do expect the best, and they provide the best.
Hey, a Humvee, that's something you need to get around here.
You know, they painted this up just for us, I think.
Yeah, they do. Well, you don't often see two stars in Duluth.
Yeah.
So
very exciting. I'm totally impressed. The Minnesota Army National Guard.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a Major General.
Oh, and here's the rest of their aircraft.
I think that's the front end of an F4, unless I'm crazy.
I passed that on the freeway coming in today.
You did? How fast were you going?
It was on the freeway.
Michelle.
I was going to give them a lift, but frankly, it wouldn't have fit in my car.
Obey all speed limits. Do not pass F4s on the highway.
Absolutely. They were just asking if we're staying warm.
Hey, we're pretty snug.
Walking toward us right now
is Mayor Gary Doty of Duluth, a man of the season. The Dotys join the employees and the staff of the city of Duluth in wishing the entire Northland the happiest and safest of the holiday seasons. I've always wanted a Corvette in a snowstorm.
Absolutely. Well, the touch of the season at an all-new Maurice's. This winter, Maurice's men's and women's outerwear is not about keeping warm. Believe me, it's about style. Whether you're hitting slopes at Spirit Mountain, ice skating at Chester Bowl, or taking a winter stroll along the lake walk, Maurice's active outerwear is just perfect, representing the latest fashion in toasty warm fabrics and vibrant colors, featuring well-known brands like Columbia and Pacific Trail, Calvin Klein, and Guess. Holiday occasions call for dressier fashion. Maurice's has that covered too.
You know, Michelle,
Yes.
wool is the key fabric
Indeed.
for this season, and pea coats, wraps, maxi coats, and 7/8 length are the current styles. This year, Maurice's float features hometown models wearing a few of the latest outwear styles you'll find at Maurice's at the Miller Hill Mall. Visit soon and touch the season at an all-new Maurice's.
And we're going to have more of this wonderful KBJR Christmas City of the North parade right after these important messages from our fine sponsors.
Light up your holidays. Begin your tradition at Gordy's. 'Tis just days before Christmas and the fun has begun. It all starts at Gordy's for most everyone. Gordy's has the greatest selections of most every collection. The shelves are all filled with so many things. It'd be hard to see all, even if you had wings. So quit flying around and just settle down. Head straight to Gordy's just across town. And while you are there, fill your stockings with care with delicious fruits, candies, and nuts. So begin your tradition at Gordy's, where shopping is fun.
It's time for Doherty's Holiday Savings Sale.
What are you up to now, Jim?
Oh, just a little something for our customers.
During Doherty's Holiday Savings Sale, get 6 months no payments and no interest on all Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances. No interest, no payments for 6 months on RCA TVs. And super holiday savings on housewares, hardware, toys, and tons of other gift ideas. Plus, for a limited time, purchase from a select group of Whirlpool automatic washers and receive $30 cash back.
I think they're going to like this.
Arco Coffee. Fresh roasted memories of full, rich Arco flavor are on sale this week at Super One Foods. Arco Coffee, a great cup of coffee, guaranteed.
Welcome back.
And look at that snow. George was here with a ruler trying to measure, trying to get an exact amount of accumulation since the parade started. What do you think, about 1/4 of an inch?
Nah, about an inch. We've had about an inch, maybe an inch and a half so far today, but it's just enough to make it look like Christmas. Knock on wood, it hasn't been much of an inconvenience to the parade so far.
Oh, and look at the crowd. We have a humongous crowd in downtown Duluth tonight.
Yeah, despite the snow, we have tons of people out to see it because it's not that cold.
No, it doesn't. Aren't you getting into the Christmas spirit?
Well, when I saw the
holiday
first flakes coming down, I was
Well.
completely pleased.
What is this we hear?
We hear the Floodwood Band under the direction of Quint Schultz, consisting of junior and senior high school students and total 62 members. Although the town of Floodwood is small, it does contain Janice Fagry, my loyal weather washer. Just had to say that, Jan. The music program is proudly and rigorously supported by the school, parents, and community, and they look proud too.
A little band with a huge heart.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Small towns, big bands.
Let's take a listen. Cider.
On the parade is the Iron River Lions Club. You can see them moving down Superior Street right now, and it also is carrying the Blueberry Queen. This year's Blueberry Queen is Miranda Jusela. The banner for this float is carried by Miranda's sister Brooke and best friend Nicole Knuckle.
What a lovely float.
It's a gorgeous float, and you know, you have to admire the fortitude of people who are carrying banners around on a night like this.
Well, the Blueberry Queen looks like she's well dressed for tonight. They know how to dress for this kind of weather.
Yeah. It's probably not typical pageant weather, but...
No, well, you know, and once you know, the tiara goes well with the earmuffs. That's what Minnesota's all about.
They're from Wisconsin. It's
And,
the Iron
well,
River.
yeah.
The home, by the way, of Merv Lindelof, another faithful weather watcher, and a polka fiend.
And he's probably watching right now.
I hope so. Merv's a fine fellow.
And up next, Michelle Campbell, Miss West Duluth of 1997. Michelle is a senior at Denfeld High School, where she's active in volleyball and basketball. Accompanying Michelle is Diana Ballou, Miss West Duluth Princess of 1997. Diana currently attends the College of St. Scholastic, where she's seeking a degree in biology and oceanography. Two very impressive ladies. I had a chance to meet them this summer, and they really represent their community quite well.
And they're in four-wheel drive.
Smart choice.
Well, hey guys, I'm glad you've invited me up to the podium this year, and it's snowing, George, as if you hadn't noticed already.
What, it's snowing? I know.
You still got that goofy hood on.
Yeah, I know. So it makes my head look like it's 13 inches high.
Hey, you see that hat right there, that bomber hat? Now that is my favorite. I may just put mine on here before too long. It's the gang from B105 on their way down the street here.
And check out the little bee.
Well, you know, there are some familiar faces. Jason Rice and Jason Poole from New 6 Sunrise. And Pat Pacella and Kathy Cates, the B105 Breakfast Flakes.
And I see that Jason is now armed with a microphone.
Armed and dangerous, Jason.
Always. Give that man a microphone and you got yourself some trouble.
We're trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I can imagine. At least they put you on the floats. You're out in the middle of the road where you can't cause too much.
Well, you know, George, I guess you guys said it would be like this, but this is a little harsher than I thought.
Oh, come on. You're from Moose Lake.
Hey,
you're used to
this
snow.
This is what the Christmas City of the North Parade is all about. It really is. But you know what? I got to hand things over to Pat and Kathy from B105, the Breakfast Flakes, because pretty soon they're going to be warming things up a lot. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, we've got, first of all, we got the big Tim McGraw show. You have a chance to go down to Nashville to see, courtesy of B105, got all the details on that and more.
And Brian White and Leanne Rhymes, they're going to be down at the Target Center. Stay tuned for B105's details, because you can get down there with a guest.
Kathy and Pat said it all. They're going to be giving away some trips to some nice places. Jason Poole, he said it was going to snow, and well, he came through in grand style.
George and I both were looking at the weather, and we were just loving it so much. It was fantastic. This is absolutely perfect weather for the Christmas City of the North Parade. So George, hey.
You look very stylish in your parka, by the way. Michelle, though, you're looking like a snow person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to tell everybody out there that our stations are partners on this float, just like we are on the air on Channel 6 TV and B105 FM radio with the latest news and weather, along with today's best country music.
Yeah,
hey, gang, thanks for stopping by and enjoy the rest of the route here.
Yeah. And the Western Bank. Here comes Team Western Bank. This year's Western Bank has a lot to celebrate. A new branch and a new name. Western's new Super One branch just opened in the Super One store on Burning Tree Road. This year, Western Bank float depicts a hockey team playing a game, enjoying the weather right here in Duluth. So happy holidays, everyone, from Western Bank.
I want to find out if there's ice in there, if they're just standing.
There is now. I'd say they've got they've got a crowd in the crease. The goalie's got to start chopping some ankles. Oh wait, did I say that?
Oh boy.
Well, they're a very happy-looking gang.
Yeah. You got to protect the crease. I'm sorry.
And again, this year, as you notice, the floats are having something a little bit different. Lights. Every float this year is required to have lights.
That's right. They are beautifully lit, and we've seen, in fact, some wonderful floats so far, and I bet there's some really cool ones to come, and a lot of other things to come.
That's right. We just want to remind all the wheel fans out there that after the parade, approximately 8:30 tonight, we're going to broadcast Wheel of Fortune. So again, you'll have the best of both worlds, the parade, the best parade in not only the Northland, but of across America, probably around the world, and Wheel.
Macy's, can't touch it.
Absolutely, positively.
Well,
Here
next
we go.
up, we have the Joyce Torvin Dancers. The dancers have won many first and second places in competitions in the Twin Cities area. In Showbiz, a top dance competition in the U.S., they won first place, high score, and were sixth in the top 10 finalists. They placed first in the national competition in July at St. Paul Civic Center. Christmas is very special to the students, and one of the reasons is the Christmas City of the North Parade, where they invariably freeze their cookies but dance their hearts out. They will share these feelings with you by dancing to Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and I think they're right. I think Santa's a little bit farther behind them in the parade. All students wear their white suits and Santa Claus hats, and they do have fun. They like to wish everyone a very happy holiday.
Maestro.
And the best New Year ever.
So, George, we know that you are a dancer. What's it like to dance in the snow?
Oh, well, I'm a dancing fiend, you know, size 13, 2 left feet. I quite cut the rug. And snow is, I see them doing gymnastics.
Oh, they're incredible. Look at the smiles. Whee!
Whoa.
Good one.
That's always fun in the snow. See, the last time I danced up Superior Street, I got a free ride in a squad car.
I think I remember that. It was my lead story at 10.
It was a big misunderstanding.
Where else but Duluth, Minnesota could you see something like this in the middle of the snow?
See, we ought to send this off to Brokaw. This should be on NBC.
I think so.
They'd be terribly jealous.
Well, we're going to take a little break right now, but stay with us. There is a ton more parade to come.
Well, we're back at the 38th Annual Christmas City of the North Parade, and the Joyce Torvin dancers have been entertaining the large crowd here at 3rd Avenue East and Superior Street for the last few minutes, doing a wonderful job in the snow.
Dancing like maniacs.
Well, not only were they, look at the crowd on either side of the street. We have a huge crowd downtown Duluth this year for this event. There we go. Check out the hats. We're all very stylish.
It's the hood.
Now, some of us don't need hats, but I'm sure my mother's going to talk to me after this.
See,
So
you're
kids,
get all the school
don't do
calls.
like I do.
See, I just have a head the size of a globe. You like that?
Oh, well, that is nice, George.
Well, we figure after about an hour and a half, we're going to have someone bring out the brooms and sweep us off.
Yeah, well, that's true. It is beginning to build up in my contacts. I don't know. They're freezing to my eyes already.
See,
but
wear glasses.
That's
Can't go
okay.
wrong.
That's okay. Well, now the Port of Duluth Kiwanis Club welcomes back Mrs. Claus to Duluth. Now, Mrs. Claus has children that she's reading to. This is the program of RIF, Reading is Fundamental, and is sponsored by the Port of Duluth Kiwanis. She will also come back to Duluth for the 26th breakfast with Santa held at the First Methodist Church. The proceeds will go to RIF and other youth programs in Duluth. Let's wave to Mrs. Claus, guys.
She looks like she's fit for another year. She's ready to go.
Yeah, well, you know, I heard she got one of those gym memberships.
Oh, okay.
It's very good. You know, Mrs. Claus, she's pumping a lot of iron. She bench pressed 220.
I heard she put Mr. Claus on a low-fat diet this year.
Really?
Well, we're probably going to get a chance to see that a little bit later on.
I saw him at McDonald's with the president, so I think he's been stepping out. And skating is great, according to the Duluth Skating Club. The club meets year-round and is home for more than 180 skaters from the area. In January, the Duluth Skating Club is hosting the Northland competition, which will have about 600 skaters from the tri-state area, plus precision teams. The club invites the public to attend the competition, which is January 23rd through the 25th.
You know, they could almost skate on Superior Street here, George.
So.
Yeah, that would be somewhat disturbing for the dancers.
Maybe after the horses go by, they could. Very colorful float. And check out, some of them have their skates on, some have boots.
See.
They're ready.
They
may demonstrate just for us.
They're looking for ice time, I think.
Oh, they surprised me there for a second. I'm not used to seeing figure skates.
Up next is the South Shore High School Marching Band from Fort Wing, Wisconsin. This band is 35 members strong and led by band director Don Running.
George, are we getting a view here of these kids coming into the snow? Do you notice their heads are maybe just sort of down as they sort of work their way into this breeze?
Yeah, they're working their way up Superior Street. And yeah, it's a wind off the east, which gets funneled between Graceland and the KBJR building, which adds, about 10 miles an hour to it. Just think of all the character it's building.
Let's listen.
got to say this. Gwen Levesque, our weather watchers, Gwen and Tiger and Fort Wayne. We're going to get all the weather watchers in today.
Well, Advantage Emblem and Screen Printing, located in Morgan Park, is the company for your custom screen printing. And this is their float. Advantage Emblem offers high-quality products and competitive prices. And Advantage Emblem, they tell us, happy holidays from Advantage Emblem and Screen Printing. We got a nice truck there, George.
Yeah, they do. I was admiring that. You know, there's no such thing as too much chrome.
And Kiwi Trucking has the chrome. Ah, the reindeer ears. Nice touch. I like that.
I was meaning to get some for my mother-in-law when she went out for that hike. Oh, just kidding. A Leader Christmas is a magical holiday moment. Believe me, we have some friends at the Leader, so we know that's true. The children are awestruck by the dancing snowman and the lifelike Jack in the Box. The Leader is a monthly newspaper distributed freely all over the Duluth Superior area. The Leader is your guide to better living in the Northland. The children on this lovely float are Max, Kaylee Thomas, and Clifford Pearson.
And Jack in the Box, or is that a Jill in the Box?
Actually,
that's a Carol in the box.
Carol in the box.
And now, the next float is from Lots for Tots. This float, Waiting for Santa, centers around children's excitement on Christmas Eve and warm feelings of tradition, listening to a classic Night Before Christmas while stockings hang on the fireplace in anticipation with a special plate of cookies for Santa's arrival. Lots for Tots carries an excellent selection of clean quality, like new children's clothing, furniture, toys, maternity, and more. Hey, it's an excellent way to save money. Don't we all like to do that without sacrificing the quality you expect? Maternity and children's items are used for such a short time, you know, it just makes sense to buy and sell at Lots for Tots. Recycling at its finest, Lots for Tots, located in the Village Mall, too. You'll be impressed.
Well, now, you know, kids love cookies, and Jubilee Foods loves kids. Kids are invited to pick up their free Cookie Club card at Jubilee Foods, and as a member, they'll get a free cookie from their bakery every time they stop with their parents.
Look at that.
All they have to do is show their card, a
sweet.
delicious fresh baked cookie every time you stop. Join the Cookie Club at Jubilee Foods.
I think they should expand that to an adult cookie club because those cookies are so delicious.
And we can eat more.
Yeah.
We have more room. I think they've been having too many cookies. They're driving erratically.
Maybe they'll make us honorary members in the cookie club.
Maybe, if they get close enough.
Yeah, just
I'll
grab
grab
it,
the
George.
steering wheel. You guys get into the bed and get the cookies.
Uh-oh, up on the rooftop with lots of chrome, Santa's bringing the 95th home. Milwaukee's only 6 months away, so hurry up, Santa, right off on your sleigh. Woo, I love these people. In 1998, Harley-Davidson is going home to celebrate its 95th year on the road. Nearly a century of experience that goes into everything they put their names on. Engines, fenders, boots, jackets, classic design through and through. 95 years behind them with nothing but open road ahead. Catch the fever with Harley-Davidson Sports Center, Highway 53 and Stebner Road. Participating in this year's float are employees, members of the Duluth Harley Owners Group, Ramblin' Roses, and motorcycle enthusiasts. The group would like to send a special thanks to Jeff Foster of Foster Trucking Incorporated of Superior for donating and driving the Harley float. We're going to take a break here, folks, but stick around. There is much more to come for the Channel 6 Christmas City of the North Parade. Welcome back, and I just want to remind everyone the Christmas City of the North Senior Holiday Ball is coming up. That will be held December 3rd, so join George Kessler, Barbara Riles, and Michelle Lee from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Graceland Plaza Ballroom for an evening of dancing and music by In the Mood.
Big band and swing, the best. With over 35 years of dancing and twirling experience, the two studios join forces this spring to maximize their learning potential. One Step Up in Sterling Silver consists of over 200 kids and young adults ranging in age from 3 to 16 years old. The team has 2 studio locations in Duluth and Superior, and they'll teach your kids baton, tap, jazz, ballet, pom, cheerleading, modeling, pageant training, you just name it. They'll teach your kid how to do that. They have won 55 state champion titles in Wisconsin and Minnesota, and that's a lot of titles. In April of 1998, the team will be marching in Hawaii's Floral Day Parade, which I have a feeling will have significantly different climatic conditions than the Christmas City Parade.
Is that a forecast, George?
That's a forecast. That's a promise.
And they're going to take us with them.
Yeah, if it's doing this in Hawaii, frankly, you know what? I'm moving to Hawaii.
We'd have to get rid of the hats.
Yeah, I'd have to get rid of this hood. You know, those flaming batons, I think, have some practical purpose this year.
It's truly remarkable. A lot of talent, a lot of practice goes into a show like this.
Yep, and something that I don't think I'd ever do. I respect them. Flaming anything shouldn't be played with. Here comes some form of a drill squad. The idea of catching anything with your fingers half frozen after about a mile walk up Superior Street is pretty impressive.
55 state championship titles in Wisconsin and in Minnesota. Very talented group.
Looks like they're readying themselves to do something. Adds a new dimension to the dance number when you're on snow and ice.
Sure-footedness comes in.
Yeah, I think I'd make a lobby for a uniform change. You know, one word for you, pants.
Yeah. And cleats.
Yeah, cleats would be good too.
They outlawed studded snow tires a long time ago, but studded tennis shoes, I don't know.
Or golf shoes.
They outlawed studded snow tires.
In Minnesota and Wisconsin, George.
Well, what do you know?
Yeah. You better be careful the next time you use yours, George.
Well, we learn something new every day.
That's all right, George. You can still put chains on it.
Oh, that's right. I'll be sure to do that.
Wow, look at this.
That's gotta hurt.
Now that's a balancing act.
I'm thinking that's gotta hurt.
And teamwork, definitely.
What do you think, Dave? Do you want to give that a try afterwards?
Well, they're a bright young group, George. We'll just let them do it. At age 40, I don't think I could do anything like that.
I think at age 14, I couldn't have done anything like that. Invariably, spirits are high, though.
Oh, everybody's having a ball.
Yeah, they are. And there's some very youthful members of this crew, too. I see one who's about 2 feet tall.
And our snow is not letting up a bit, but the crowd is still hanging in there.
Well, there they are.
Nice and toasty. That's just so nice to see coming down. Because believe me, folks, take it from me, getting it to snow in downtown Duluth hasn't been easy this year.
There's always something for everyone at these parades.
Yep. I know there have a few things that are coming up here. I know the Newfoundlands will be along shortly.
Whoopie.
I look forward to the Noofs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these kids get to ride, but there are plenty of kids dressed pretty warmly along the sides who really look like they're having a good time.
Yeah, well, you know,
See, they're cheering.
Here, you know, a little rosy cheeks, but
I think
okay.
he's saying hi, Mom, or she. I'm not sure. Well, up next is Miss Hoyt Lake's Christine Dorn. Christine is a senior at Mesabi East High School, sitting on a snowmobile there. She's active in volleyball and golf during the school year, and in the off-season she enjoys attending other sporting activities and spending time with her family and friends. And George, all right, identify the snowmobile. You're a snowmobile fan.
Oh my.
That right there, David.
That's a cat?
That's a cat. That's a beastie cat.
George, I don't know, your microphone seems to be off, so I'm going to have to tell everybody that you can recognize that is an Arctic cat.
I think I was leaning on the cough switch.
There you're back. There you're back.
Yeah, that's a beastie cat.
Arctic Cat 600, I recognize
Beautiful.
that.
Oh, my grandfather used to have those.
Huh?
Actually, they didn't look like that. We're talking
this
1972. But
one of my favorite groups coming down the street.
The school
the mob
patrol
has arrived.
Some of my favorites. This is always fun. The patrol's been in existence since 1928, made up of nearly 300 elementary-age children, representing schools in Duluth and the surrounding area. They are the crossing guards who assist their fellow students across streets near schools and bus stops in rural areas. The school patrol has earned top honors by the Minnesota Safety Council. Police Chief Scott Lyons and School Police Director Sharon Montgomery would like to thank the driving public who yield to these patrols while they are performing their duties, and they are zealous.
Yes, they are.
Now, here's the Hermantown High School Band. 170 students from grades 9 through 12 participate in instrumental music at Hermantown High School. Their band director is Maestro Keith Swanson.
Well, you can hear the drums, and I suspect we're going to have some music any second now as they get closer. That old play sign goes up when they get just a little bit closer to us.
We've got some nice seats.
Here we come.
Here comes the gateway to the Wild River from St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin. On the float is Miss St. Croix Falls, Melissa Larson. She's joined by First Princess Rachel Shane and Second Princess Kim O'Donnell, as well as Miss Congeniality Crystal Kykoffer. All four would like to join them at the Wrangler Day celebration this summer, July 17th through the 20th.
We're going to take a brief break, but we have a lot more parade, so stay with us. We're back, folks. Look at the snow swirling down. This just warms my heart.
You predicted this too, didn't you, George?
Yeah. It was kind of there and then, but we had it yesterday, and that's what's important.
Hey, and while we're waiting for the next unit to come up, we've got something to announce here.
That's correct.
We have the best commercial float to announce.
And it goes to Maurice's.
That's right. You saw the Maurice's float earlier in this parade. They have received the trophy. The judges have decided that Maurice's float was the best commercial float in this year's 38th annual Christmas City Parade.
A very lovely float indeed. And now our favorite.
Here we go. It is my favorite. I claimed this one. It's the North Star Newfoundland Club.
Newfies.
Noofs. Organized in April 1987, this club is a nonprofit organization and has over 100 members.
Oh,
the club's
baby Newfie.
Oh man, that's one cute puppy. The club strives to preserve and protect Newfoundland dogs to bring together fanciers of the breed. They also encourage good sportsmanship at dog shows, obedience trials, and working dog trials, or competitive events featuring Noofs. The club is also a regional club in the Newfoundland Club of America, and they work towards conducting sanctioned and licensed special shows.
You know, George, what do you think the chances they get one of those big furry black ones up here to just lay on our feet for the next half hour or so?
Dog night. Come on. One for each of us.
If you lean over and ask George, I promise we'll let him in.
Well, yeah, I think a big Noof would be nice. I have some friends that have one.
There he is.
So
There's
beautiful.
the one I want right there.
And they don't even drool when it's cold.
And they love this weather.
Don't
Indeed.
they? It's just the gentlest dogs. They really are.
It's always fun to have them year after year.
Yeah. That puppy is so cute. That puppy is 3 times the size of my dog when I was growing up.
But George, you got a house now, a baby, now you need a dog. You got the cat.
What did you say just before the dog? We have a baby who's getting mobile.
And here, KBJR's own Tom Hansen, along with Operation Rudolph. For 16 years, Operation Rudolph has helped needy children in our community have toys at Christmas. All toys collected are distributed in the areas that they were dropped off in. Tom, can you hear us?
Sure can, Michelle. Hi, Dave. Hi, George.
What's your estimate as how many people are out there watching tonight?
I don't know on TV, but there's lots of them right here on Superior Street, and they're having a lot of fun. Maybe they're just getting pumped up for that Badger Bulldog game tonight. I'm not sure, but or the Cromwell game tomorrow, or the Cook County game tomorrow. But nonetheless, they're having a lot of fun.
I see your girls are getting bigger and more beautiful every year.
Well, thank you very much. Mickey was waving a lot, but now it's treat time, and we need to bribe her a little bit.
Well, Tom,
you're an old hat here.
You get to be the one to announce Operation Rudolph here. You're bringing Rudolph behind you with a flashing nose. We're looking right now as Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, is waving to you and the girls and the kids.
Rudolph was a very popular animal on this trip, I might add.
6-pointer.
Everybody loved Rudolph, and Rudolph was very busy.
Well, you know, it is a wonderful opportunity here to help those children around the Northland who don't have as nice a Christmas as some, and certainly working together with the State Farm Good Nay Bear waving at us there. And
busted a move there.
And Operation Rudolph collecting toys for kids. It's a wonderful program.
Indeed.
Yeah, if you want to help out, you can donate toys or money. Area Subway restaurants, local State Farm insurance agents, Fitkers in all Norwest Bank branch locations, and of course, Salvation Army helps KBJR to distribute the toys.
We couldn't do it without you folks.
And Tom gets to ride in a Corvette. I just wanted to point that out as he goes Corvetting down the street, but I bet he's going to be safe tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those nice C4 Vets. You can imagine rear-wheel drive, summer tires. That thing must be fun in the snow.
I see a Bulldog, guys.
Wow.
Does this look like the Carleton High School marching band?
Sounds
under
like
the direction of Sherry Janovic. This 50-member band is accompanied by a rifle squad, flag twirlers, and their Bulldogs mascot. Here they are performing, or they're about to perform, the Jingle Bell Jam. Let's listen.
I think their jingle is a little frozen.
Here it comes. Now the Duluth Lions Club next, featuring a large gold lion statue and various Christmas figures and lions walking with signs. For nearly 80 years, Lions Club members throughout the Northland have banded together to fight against sight and hearing loss, diabetes, and drugs.
The Duluth Lions Club helps fund programs that primarily serve people with sight and hearing losses in our community. Funds are raised through Duluth's original biggest and baddest pancake day. I'm always there. Over 8,000 people are served that day, and $50,000 is raised in return to the community. A special Lions Club member is marching tonight, Bill Anderson, who's been with the Lions Club for 42 years and has marched in nearly every Christmas City of the North parade. Congratulations to you, Bill. See? Cold weather builds character.
Absolutely. And
Yes,
now calling their float, Jesus, the greatest gift of all, the Beaver River Christian School has a live walking nativity scene for us. Behind the banner carriers are Mary, Joseph, angels, and the 3 wise men. Along each side are more students dressed as shepherds. The Beaver River Christian School.
There we go. There's the Beaver River Christian School's mascot. I bet you know what that is, George.
That would be a large beaver.
That would be that.
A very large one.
I'd like to see his orthodontics bill. His folks must just be torn up about those teeth. I believe that's the largest cab I've ever seen.
I was just going to say,
a pickup truck.
Is that a limo or what? A limo truck.
It's one of those new jumbo cabs, whatever they're calling them. You see, I'm very much up to date on my truck
and I don't
terminology.
get out much.
And this is a snow-covered nativity scene tonight.
It is. Although, a little boring trivia for you, the Middle East is subject to fairly large snowstorms.
You would know about that, George. I certainly would not.
I've seen them get 1 or 2 feet at a time in some of those locations, right up there in the highlands around Jerusalem.
Again, if you've just joined us, the Beaver River Christian School with their live walking nativity scene. Again, a wonderful night for the Christmas City of the North Parade. Superior Street in Duluth lined with people on either side. It's elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder. There's an overhead shot.
Just look at that cute little person. Kids rule.
Oh, I don't know who has more fun, George, we or those kids.
You know, the crowd is not thinning at all here yet either, even as the evening wears on. We've still got quite a group out in front of us.
Thousands of folks.
By the way, we've got a little something to mention here that you folks might, those of you who are interested in copies of this Christmas City Parade, we are going to be making a tape and making that available for you. You can order your copy from KBJR Channel 6, and each copy costs $19.95. All you have to do is enclose a check or money order made out to KBJR TV and mail to the address right here on the screen. Be sure to let us know how many copies of the parade you'd like and the address we should mail the copies to. Allow 2 to 4 weeks for delivery. And you know, guys, this is really going to be a collector's item because I've been involved with the parade for more years than I want to admit.
32?
Well, at least 20. And I can't remember this much snow on a parade. Now, I know there have been snowier parades.
There has been a rumor of about 4 inches falling during one parade, but that was many years ago.
Well, we could be reaching that tonight, George. Huh?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot more to go in this year's parade, so stick around. When we come back, we've got much to go. Don't go away.
Dressed up in snow and mistletoe, Christmas City.
We're back, folks. Getting ready for the night before Christmas on a giant 48-foot bed with a huge air horn are the Northern Pine Girl Scout Council. The head of the float has a chair for Santa along with a glass of milk and cookies. All are waiting for Santa to arrive. Of course, Girl Scout cookies and air horns are the perfect snack for any busy Santa. The girls and adults on the float are representing the 4,000 members of the Northern Pine Girl Scout Council and would like to wish everyone happy holiday.
I see a lot of warm clothes up there, guys.
They are
don't you?
dressed for it tonight.
It's a very sensible thing to do.
Scouts are prepared. Well, look at this. The Denfeld High School Band, directed by Jim Erickson, is accompanied by the Denfeld Cheerleaders and Dance Line. Now, this year, the 160-member Denfeld Band says goodbye to a faithful friend that's been around Duluth for a very long time and through the best and worst of times. Their old and faithful uniforms. Everybody cry a little tear for those uniforms. They could be wearing 2 tonight, of course, and it would probably be appropriate. The Denfeld Band has been raising money to purchase new uniforms and needs your help. If you have interest in helping by giving a donation, please call Denfeld High School. They need your support. Now, they're warming up right now and getting ready for one heck of a performance, I'll bet.
They're working themselves up to it. Look at this. Think of all the energy that's being expended dancing up Superior Street. It's going to be a peaceful night for parents across the city.
Have you seen rosier cheeks in your life?
No, I have not.
It takes a lot of heart to not sneak out before you get done with this parade.
Do a quick Rosie Ruiz, hop a bus.
Yeah, there you go. The Pom Pom Girls from Denfeld.
Well, I think we've got cheerleaders followed by dance line, if I'm not mistaken. We should be looking at cheerleaders right here.
We have to remember that they've been going for, what, a good mile. From 5th Avenue West up to here, that's 8 city blocks, plus marching out of the deck parking lot, and they still are high kicking up a storm.
I'll tell you what, in these slippery conditions, that is awfully well done.
Yeah, it is.
With the dance line behind and the band just coming into view, you can see, and we're going to be hearing them in all their glory any minute now.
I'm actually starting to hear them.
Here's that ice view.
And just a reminder to everyone out there, you too can support the Denfeld uniform drive by sending your donations in to Denfeld High School.
Here they come. I believe this year they're featuring the ad hoc uniform, waiting for the new ones to arrive.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Their goal is to buy 160 new uniforms at a cost of $70,000.
I don't know if the people at home can hear this band the way we can, but they are really playing with heart.
They are. And aren't you all glad that we live in a place where snow will accumulate in your tuba?
Yeah. Oh, boy. All right, now the Afton Row Home is an intermediate nursing facility that is home to 65 older men and women. Afton Row, opened its doors in 1921 as the first home for the elderly in Duluth, and today provides all private, carpeted rooms, 24-hour nursing, daily activities and worship services on a beautiful landscaped 5-acre area. The Afton Row float depicts a tradition of afternoon snacks started by the original founder back in 1921.
Snacks and poodles.
That's right, at 1:45 p.m. daily, coffee and goodies are served in the living areas. So stop by, the coffee is always on.
Just a reminder, folks, that earlier in the parade we had what won the best commercial float, which was Float Maurice's. So you're seeing a look, it was a little earlier this evening. We'll be back in just a minute.
Christmas City, wonderful city, all dressed up in snow and mistletoe. Christmas City, wonderful city, come this Christmas to the Christmas City I'll go.
Catch all the memorable moments of this year's Christmas City of the North Parade.
Hurry, Harold, you're going to miss Mike on TV.
Order your copy today from KBJR Channel 6. Each copy costs $19.95. Includes a check or money order made out to KBJR TV and mailed to the address shown. Be sure to let us know how many copies you want and the address we should mail the copies to.
Oh, Harold, you missed him.
Catch all the memorable moments. Order your copy of the Christmas City of the North Parade today.
While you slide the fun below, down in Midtown people are nicer.
Arco Coffee. Fresh roasted memories of full, rich Arco flavor are on sale this week at Super One Foods. Arco Coffee, a great cup of coffee, guaranteed.
Welcome back to downtown Duluth. This is a live picture of the Christmas City of the North Parade. And what a beautiful night.
Yeah, it is. It's just, this is Christmas parade weather. And who we're watching endure it right now are the Dance Escape Studio, celebrating 5 years of dance education this year. Now, Dance Escape is located in West Duluth and offers classes in tap, ballet, jazz, lyrical, and more jazz. Last year, the competition team received, all right, here we go. It's the Battle of the Belts. 28 first places, 35 second places, 12 third, 6 fourth, and 1 fifth, and 6 places between 3 dance competitions held in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Shakopee. They also received 2 High Point Awards in 2 of those competitions. And, I think Duluth is the city of dance, just so we're all on the same page here.
Not only the Christmas city, but the city of dance.
Yes, it's the dance city of the North Parade. Dance Escape travels to Minneapolis each summer to dance camp. This year, 2 students auditioned to travel with the company Dance Olympus, and both made it and now have the opportunity to travel all around the U.S. next summer as VIPs. Dance Escape would like to thank Largo Trucking for their help in use of that large semi we saw going by.
Makes you want to get down there and dance with them.
Oh, I'm not so sure, guys. Look at the street conditions.
Yeah, it's getting pretty slick.
But what a great group.
Oh yeah. Natty black outfits.
Following the gang from Dance Escape is Miss Floodwood, Danya Hutchinson. Danya was crowned Miss Floodwood at the Floodwood Fair in August. Danya is the daughter of John and Sue Hutchinson. She's in the 9th grade. She enjoys gymnastics, softball, swimming, horseback riding, and riding in a convertible in the Christmas City of the North Parade. She also takes part in the Floodwood Girl Scouts, enjoys doing things for the community. Selling fair buttons was a great experience for her, and she encourages others to take part in the Miss Floodwood competition in the future. The city of Floodwood is honored to have 2 queen candidates in a row that sold over 1,000 fair booster buttons each. I think I bought one. Jessica Bailey in 1996 and Danya this year. Great job, girls.
Indeed. Well, the employees and their families of Vickers Brewery Complex wish everyone a happy, prosperous, and safe holiday season. Vickers also invites everyone to shop the wonderful, unique shops that abound with wonderful gift-giving ideas. And now I believe that on this float there is going to be a live reindeer as well.
That's where the reindeer hang out. We've seen those reindeer in the past. Yeah, here it comes. We've had them as guests on Live at 5.
In fact, Santa and the reindeer will be in the courtyard every weekend between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
There they are.
Don't forget your camera. Oh, there's our reindeer.
We're encouraging the people on the float to mayhem. That's a nice reindeer there.
Wow.
something out, thinking out loud here. I'm sure I'll get lots of nasty letters. But what if we introduced reindeer up here? They look like they're suited to the climate.
Well, I believe that caribou, which are pretty close to reindeer, George, aren't they? Actually were in this part of the world.
And elk, which are now back.